Hello, and in this video, you're going to create this React Native mobile app with Bolt.new, with their new feature, which can create apps with Expo. And so, without further ado, let's begin. First of all, let's go to ChatGPT, go to GPTs, and search up for Bolt prompter. There's two available. Let's search up the top one, and let's click Start Chat. We can paste this prompt in here. I'll paste it down below, and it will give us a detailed description of our mobile app. And so as you can see, it's typing everything. Let's first of all copy the top part without all the commands, because this can slightly mess up our Bolt prompt. And once we've copied it, let's go to bolt.new, paste in the top part. Next, let's paste in the bottom part. Let's first select the bottom two commands, and then the rest of the text. This should give it a pretty good rundown of the entire application. And let's click enter. Let's wait for it to start and to complete the first part of the application. As you can see, it's already writing all the code and making the setup. It's also going to be installing all the libraries right now. This is sped up version, by the way. And here the app is ready. Let's click on the cross. And here it is, the home page. Looks pretty decent for a first draft. So as you can see, we have multiple small sections over here, which will later become interactive. And let's go back to the chat and write continue. And wait for it to create the next section. And it's writing all the code. And I believe it's done. As you can see, we have a second tab over here, which is the workout tag. We have two available workouts, and the button doesn't work, although it is clickable. Now let's click continue again. First, we'll let it create all the sections, and then we'll make all of them interactive. And it's done with it. And as you can see, we have the third nutrition tab. And it seems pretty good. It seems a larger tab with more elements. But once again, it's not interactive yet. But don't worry, we'll make it that in the future. Let's once again write continue. And as you can see, we can also connect it to Supabase in the future if we want to. Right now, this mobile app will be without a backend. And it's done with the next section, which is the progress section. And this seems pretty good. We have multiple tabs of graphs. And yeah, this seems quite impressive, considering we gave it a minimal prompt that we created with ChatGPT. And let's click continue once again for the next tab. And it's done with that once again. And this is the social tab, where there's a search bar, which currently doesn't work. We have some challenges, we have other people, and we have other people's posts. Now let's say make the nutrition tab interactive. Let's make that one first because that one seems the most interesting to me for now. But we'll make all of them interactive. Don't worry about that. And so let's check out what it created. Let's go to the nutrition tab and let's see. We can add a meal and select a form with the meal name, the calories, the protein, the carbs, fats, etc. We'll just fill in some random values for now and see if it adds them to the main tab. We also have some other meals, which is pretty cool. And as you can see at the top, the value has been updated because we added a new meal. Let's add another one. Once again, let's just add some random numbers. And the value has yet again been updated, with the graph being updated as well, which I believe is pretty nice for such a simple prompt. Now let's say make the workout tab fully functional and interactive. Let's wait for it to create that tab. And it's done. Let's see what it gave us. Let's go to the workout tab and click on the workout. We have some descriptions of the workout, an AI checker. As you can see, we have two workouts over here. And let's click start workout. And here we can select the amount of reps done in a single set, and we'll add it to the total graph until the workout is complete, which is pretty cool, considering we gave it absolutely no description of what exactly we want. It made all of this by itself. It imagined it and created it, pretty much with perfection. Imagine what you can do if you actually put in the work and create a detailed prompt with exactly what you want. This is quite groundbreaking. Now, let's do the same thing with the next tab, which is going to be the progress tab. And so, let's wait for it to finish writing the code. And now it's done, let's see what it gave us. As you can see, the tab is slightly bigger now with 2 new buttons, which can add new data and update the current goal. So as you can see, here we have the weight loss goal, and we can change it and enter a new weight and enter a new current weight. So click on it, and as you can see, both the percentage and the number has changed. These don't work and cause an error over here, and we'll ask it to fix this error just a little later. First, let's look at the other tabs. As you can see, we have different graphs over here with the same functionality, where you can update the goal and enter new data. Pretty good. Also, as you can see, we have a share button over here, which we didn't even ask for, but it's nice. And also click attempt fix and see if it manages to fix its own issue. And it's writing some new code for the progress tab, and let's wait for it to finish. And now let's go back there, click on month and year. Nothing has changed over here, but now we actually don't get any errors. Now let's follow the same process for the social tab. So once again, the exact same prompt, make the social tab fully interactive, and let's wait for it to finish. And so let's go to the social tab and see what has changed. First of all, it sets out the search bar, and it seems to work. As you can see, it finds a person with that name and it doesn't find any challenges with that name. There's also a follow button, which very much works. There's also some post buttons, which you can comment on it, as far as I can see. Let's see if it adds the comment. Obviously, it won't add it to the backend, and if we reload, it will disappear, but still, it seems everything looks nice. Also, like button works. So yeah, this seems pretty good. I'm quite impressed. Now let's remove this from the search bar, and as you can see, all the other things appear once again. The various challenges, some other people. And now let's make one final prompt for the home page, which is to make the home page fully interactive and connected with the data of the other tabs, because it's meant to be a hub for the other pages. And so let's see what it gives us. And it's done, and let's see what it gives us. As you can see, it's now significantly bigger than the initial home tab. The data isn't connected entirely because there isn't a database, but the overall UI looks great. So yeah, I believe this is it. The only thing we have left to do is to deploy it. In the top right corner, we can click deploy. We have two options, to the web and to the app store. We'll click to the web because it's much faster and easier. As you can see, it automatically does everything, and within a few seconds, we'll get a link to the deployed application. Let's wait for it to finish the process. And it's done. As you can see here on the top, we have this link. And here we have the app. It's deployed on the web, and currently we are on laptop, so that's why it looks this weird. I'll attach a photo of how it looks on my personal phone. And also on your phone, you can go to the link that you deployed, click on the three dots, and click Add to Home Screen. This will essentially download the website and make it work as an application. It's not exactly like an app from Google Play or App Store, but it's similar enough. And so let's check if this worked. Let's go to the search bar and click on Bolt Expo Native Wind. And as you can see, it opens, and here is our application. Everything seems to be working quite fine. Oh, and by the way, Bolt.new operates on a system of tokens, and this app will take more tokens than your daily limit, so you wouldn't be able to create this app with me. However, there is another option how to do this for free, and that is with a combination of Bolt.diy, which is essentially an open source version of Bolt.new, with an open router connection to, say, Google Gemini, which with open router would be free. I'll have a tutorial in a future video, or you can just clone the repository yourself and add the open router API key. It's pretty simple. I did it in maybe 3 minutes, so there's nothing difficult in that. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.